So let's put the pre-show out. Welcome guys, welcome back to our episode. This is our Kobe episode. This is episode 24 of the podcast. It's so crazy. We are 24 episodes in.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's consistency.
That's consistency.
That's work.
Before you know, how you doing? Because I got some news, man. I got some news. You ready for news? Because I didn't tell you this, right? Because I wanted to tell you on the podcast. We now can finally get paid for our podcast, man. We finally can get paid from YouTube from our podcast.
Tough. What was the the credentials? It was like 50K views and then
we have hit all the credentials. We have passed everything. I got it. I think I got the notification when was it Friday? And I did everything that asked us to do to get verified. So I think this will be our last episode was our first episode is now recognized by YouTube as partners, as content creators.
That's tough.
Yeah, but how you doing?
Big jump,
I had to give out the good news live on the podcast,
That's tough. I'm chilling. Life is good. I just got 2 new jobs. Quit my other job. And that's been my last week and a half. So yeah, I'm vibing. I'm here.
You put your 2 weeks in?
Oh no, I quit. I just quit.
Oh, you just
I got up out of there.
All right. So
ejected out of that job.
So with your 2 jobs, you think you have all the time for everything that you need?
I could definitely make it. I could definitely make the time. I know the pod we do Sundays and Mondays, so hopefully I can get my 7 to 3 on Sundays and Mondays. But I should be fine. I'll be alright.
I was just I was talking about the battles. We got some few things going out there, man.
Oh, now I work during the day, so I'll be able to throw on the battles or something like that. Working at night made it mad difficult, bro. It was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be.
All right.
So.
All right. We got some few. I got some few things we can talk about. But hey, man. Hey, people. We want to say thank you for the support. We always have to thank you guys for the support.
Yes, we get paid now. That's actually that's a lot of support, and we did that kind of fast.
Yeah,
without a video or whatever that made 1 million views or something.
You see, we didn't have that. It showed the growth. We stick with it. Some people get discouraged through the times when we showed the grind. Our grind made us to where we now get paid from doing this. That's crazy. But all right, this is the podcast. We gotta start off. I don't know which story I have to start off. You know what? I'll start off because I think was it 3 weeks ago or a month ago? I forgot when I asked this question where was Amin, right? I don't know if you remember. I asked where was Amin. It was a few weeks ago.
Yeah, same time I was asking where was John.
Yeah.
And why 40 didn't battle?
Well, I found Amin. Right?
Should.
But I think I also said I think he would. It's also a welcome back ace and a welcome home ace because come to find out, Amin was locked up. I think since March. I don't know. I don't know. I just found this out like right now that he actually came home.
That's
Right.
crazy
So it's welcome home, Ace.
for
That
sure.
means we about to feel some pain, yo. We
Mm,
about to whenever his first battle back in, back right. We about to feel that pain. I know
definitely.
he. I don't. I know Vinique doesn't like Ace, but well, I
It's
don't
not a
know.
don't like. I just don't really.
Care.
Yeah, he ain't so original or so new that I care. Like Lou
Yeah.
Castro, Yoshi G, certain people, I will
I
watch their
will.
battle because they're cool.
Yeah. But me personally, I appreciate Ace. Uh, I like his pen, and when sometimes like I watched his first, not his. I think that was his first battle in URL. I watched his PG, and like that, like when I like he even lost his voice, but the pain that he brought in those battles, I think this is the pain that he's gonna bring since he's. I feel like this the same pain that he's gonna bring in the battles coming up, right? So yeah, it's a welcome home, Ace. It was a whole thing on Champion. I just saw the video. That's what the video I was watching before we started recording the podcast. So another thing, while we were while I'm talking about Ace, him like it's not about him per se. Let's talk about Shit Happens because I think Shit Happens is probably my out of people with I like Shit Happens personality is probably one of my favorite people with a personality in battle rap, right? Because he authentically himself. He doesn't want to like he's like a person like he's authentically himself. But he was talking about his battles and what led up to the tournament and what made him successful in the tournament, right? I think I shared while we did. Did you get the chance to watch the battle I shared with you or not?
No, I did not.
All right, because I I don't know because I watched the battle again. Shit happens and JC, right? Some people say you gotta watch battles like 3, 4 different times, and you come with a conclusive winner, right?
Yeah,
Like I think last week I came up here and I said I feel like she won the battle. I think so. I
you
don't
still
know.
feel that way?
Yes. And now I feel that way convincingly. Even though I did feel that way convincingly last week and saying that, oh yeah, I feel like she won the battle clear. I personally feel he won the battle the second and the third round clear, right? The reason why I feel that is more of like I understand people's like, yo, we can see it comes down to one bar. Yeah, people, let me explain to you. The reason why I feel that way is not like maybe when Vinique watched the battle, he's gonna feel a different way from how I feel, right? But me personally, I like what she was saying, and when I compare what she was saying and what JC was saying, I was like JC had a crazy. His first was probably my favorite round from him this whole part, not the whole tournament, but my favorite round constructive wise was from him, and but it shows the difference because I feel like JC the last two battles, even though I didn't watch the head ice battle, right? From what I heard, they said it was a good battle, but JC won convincingly with his material written down, right? His
I
material was
think
a little bit better than head ice, and that's how he won the battle convincingly. I feel like personally, this round he in my personal opinion, I feel like he got punched. You know how in boxing they say everybody got a plan until you get punched in the mouth. Mike Tyson say that a lot.
Yeah.
I feel like this battle was when he actually got punched in the tournament. Like he bled because, as I said in the even when I came out and said I don't like Paul as a judge, and I still stand on that. I stand on my word of like Paul is the worst judge right now.
he is giving him bars.
I'm still standing on that. Reason why it's not about why Paula he had JC is the breakdown of his rounds that he gave JC, right? Of like I gave JC 1 and 2. Nobody gave JC the second round. Nobody in the world. You the only person in the world who gave JC that second. Because when you watch that second and when shit happens starts going into this scheme and cadence of like I can't explain it, right? But the scheme was fire, and he had this one part of like I'm Draymond. It's like I shoot. It's like you shoot like Steph. Look away, Stephen Curry. Like you gotta cinch the foe. You know if you watch shit happens, he has a unique style, right? And I watched the second round when they were like people was like, oh, he had like a few JC flips. Bro, everyone says JC has one of the most flippable names you can say. You can call him Julius Carter, Julius Caesar, Julius Carter. You can call JC whatever you want in the battle because his name is JC, right?
Yeah.
Uh,
I think
but
everybody said all of them low key, but who's checking? He's been
yeah,
battling for like 20 years. Who's checking?
yeah, nobody cares. But she came out and said he feels like he's not mad about losing. He feels like he was not robbed. He said personally he feels like he was not robbed, and that's his opinion, right? He's like I feel like it was a win-win for him because he didn't die, he didn't get dirty. He's like I put up a fight, and he said, to be honest, he's like at some point he's like he was explaining like when I finally like when I actually got to battle JC, the worry of me advancing to the next round. He's like, yeah, I would love to have 100K, a chance to battle for the 100K, but he's like that whole week is like I was stress free about. It's like I was not worried about going to the next round. It's like the first round against 99, the second round against True Four. He's like, I literally. It's like the first one. The first one was like, okay, I came in there with the mission of saying that I didn't want somebody out here saying he beat me twice, right? He's like against True Four was also personal because he's like you the one who stabbed me last year, right? He's like
Yeah.
He's like, you the one who beat me in the tournament last year, and when I felt like I won the battle, and I said, and he's like, the difference I made from this year's tournament and last year was like I didn't worry about my preparation of remembering. It's like because I was so worried about memorizing my rounds, I didn't practice my performance, my conviction, like my that's what he said. So he's like, so when I advanced in beverages, he's like, oh, that worry of like shit. I'm stressing to go to the next round. He's like, that was gone out the window. I didn't care. He's like, if I lost, I was going to be fine with it because I battled JC and I was a big. He's like, I was a before I was a battle rapper. I was a big fan of JC. So he's like, to be honest, it helped me and it also taught me something about battle rap. So hey, I want to say one thing I like about Sheed, he's not like you know how some other battle rappers will come and say, I got robbed. This, yeah, personally, I feel like he got robbed. I will stand on that no matter what people like. It's personal. It's my opinion. It doesn't have to be everybody else's opinion. It doesn't have to be shit happens himself his opinion. It's my opinion. I feel like he got robbed, right? He feels like, yeah, it was a debatable battle. He feels like it just came down to one bar that made him lose the battle. Now, let's talk about there's a story going on here. To be honest, I really don't care about this story at all. And I don't know why people still think about this. But I have a soundbite about it because we came out here and said the Royal Rumble, the guy who started the Royal Rumble won the belt, and I think last week he came out and said he's no longer holding the belt, so he's vacated. He relinquished the belt, right? It was yeah. So Stumbles won the belt. Congratulations to Stumbles. He won the belt, and a few days later, last week, he relinquished the belt. So he's no longer the hardcore champion. I don't know why he's like he really didn't want to battle for the belt. It was Snake as a decision. But now there's an issue of like you say he didn't get the full 2,000 from Surf, right? And
Okay, I seen a little bit about this.
right, he said I didn't get the full 2,000 from Surf. He wants his money, yeah, understandably. But now you know how Surf is about. Surf doesn't give a damn about anybody. He doesn't go by anybody's rules. He goes by himself. He goes by whatever he does. He does whatever he wants. So Seth came out and explained. Well, he came out and explained, and people are still making this a story about not getting 2,000, the $2,000. So Seth said, whenever people put up the belt, it's like one thing. I think we all say this when the podcast first started. Now people can watch. The rules of the belts was the only belt that can be defended was I think Snaker's belt and Shuni's belt. That was the only two belts that can be defended outside of Mina Menace, right? But as time went by and people were scared to put out their belts, it came down to saying whoever wants to put out their belt wherever they want to put out, we can do it, right? So the first person to defend that belt was Truthful, and he did it against Gishi, right? On that thing, he took it back to the Truthful. He's like, so what happened was like whoever holds the belt when they tell like when they say they're putting out the belt, they call me. They're like, yo, I'm putting up the belt against. It's like, for example, when Truthful put out the belt, it's like most people thought that it was like news to me, like, yo, that Truthful is putting out the belt. It's like, I knew about, it's like immediately when the battle was announced, that time, like the day the battle was announced, Truthful called me like an hour after the battle was announced. It was like, yo, Seth, I'm putting up the belt against Geechee, right? He's like, so one, it's not a midnight thing, it's a midnight madness thing. So I have no control over that. So I was like, okay, you know what? Since you're putting out the belt, now I have to, it's midnight madness belt. It's a midnight madness belt, and everyone know that midnight madness is money on the floor, right? So I was like,
Yeah,
you know what? I have to find a way to put out money, something to make like y'all get something from this, right? On top of what you're getting paid. He's like, so I explained to everyone who has a belt, like, all right, when you put up the belt, I'll give you some money out of my own pocket. The rest is gonna come out the Mina Menace, like bank account, right? Whenever we like when Mina Menace make money from merchandise and everything, that's when the most of the money is gonna come from. But I'm gonna give you certain amount. You can hold this until we get, I get like until I don't know who holds their bank account. I think it's Jack or Bill Collect, one of the two. They say it's okay now. We can take out the money from the Mina Manus account, right? Makes sense, right?
Yeah.
So fast forward comes to the Snake Eyes battle. Snake Eyes gets to battle Stumbles. He calls Surf. He's like, yo, I'm battling. I'm putting on my belt against Stumbles. So Surf comes out and say, okay, you know what? I'm about to. I have to figure out something. And he said, we're gonna put. Me and Man's gonna put out 2,000, right? He's like, I told. He's like, when I said it was like I told. He's like Snake Eyes and Stumbles. I think they were on the phone together, and he said, he's like, I told everybody, like, yo, whoever wins, you're gonna get something from my own pocket, but the rest is gonna come from the Midnight Madness bag. The Midnight Madness money that comes from Midnight Madness, right? So he said he gave him some money. The rest he didn't give him the full 2,000. He gave him some money right after he won,
Mm-hmm.
and he's waiting for the rest from the Midnight Madness bag, right? The Midnight Madness account, I think, right? So Stumbles is saying he wants his full 2,000, didn't get 2,000. And to be honest, both of them are right. In my opinion, both of them are right, right? He wants his money. Surf is right in saying, yo, bro, it was not my decision for the the belt to go up. I gave you some money from my own pocket. I can't take, I can't repay myself from this Mina Manis because Mina Manis can't send money straightly to me. I gotta get it from, we gotta get merchandise like tickets they've been selling and this and that. So my opinion is like, yo, Stumbles, it's a it's a weird way of him to go on Twitter and speak on it, right?
I mean, he trying to get that buzz for real. I think everybody knows what's happening. Like it's been too long. It's been too many months. We've been talking about it. Everybody knows what's happening. So he's really just trying to keep his attention up after the big win, after the Royal Rumble shit. URL might actually start booking him. I think this is what that is.
Yeah, I feel
Um,
like that's what
but
I was thinking. I was like, yo, him doing all this is like a stand of like, yo, I gotta keep my name up, right? Since after the battle, nobody's talking about me, so I gotta create of like, yo, I didn't get paid my full 2,000, bro. Still, it doesn't matter if you didn't get paid your 2,000. The battle was last week. How? Where do you think? Yeah, things. I understand. Surf is like one of the wealthiest people in battle rap, right? But he can get 2,000 every. Y'all telling me y'all want Surf to give y'all 2,000 every time the belt goes up. So if Shuni decides to put the belt up on Con 23, Seth gotta put out 2,000 out of his pocket. That's weird. That man has his own family to think of. That man has bills. So whenever he says, yo, I'll give you some money out of my own pocket, and you gotta wait for the Minamanas bag to come through and we give you the rest, bro, be patient. I understand you were planning to do something with that money, but be patient with it. I'm sorry, right?
yeah,
But and him going, I heard that he went on Twitter Spaces with Ava Stumbles, bro. You are just one of the. I don't want to be critical about you
I
and
know
your.
it's getting nasty. Like
Yeah, like if you're that thirsty for attention, bro, it's getting weird. Like, bro, you had a big win. You relinquished the belt. Why? Before I get, I want to send you my condolences because I heard that I saw a story of that your dad passed away. My condolences to you. right?
Yes, rest in peace.
Yeah, right. But this is not personally about you. It's about how you handle your business. If you're thirsty for attention, bro, there's better ways to do that. I understand you want to be considered this hard guy who's always a real person, a real nigga, right? Right? The realest man in the world, bro. There's some real people who handle their business in silence. Real, I think there's a song, "Real G's Move in Silence." You gotta move in silence. Don't always create commotion. It's better at, yes, you like people creating commotion for no reason. You want to start the whole thing with Surf. You know that Surf doesn't give a damn about you. We know that. And Surf probably gonna clown you whenever he battles because he's gonna make fun of you for winning because he already make fun of you saying you broke and he can't do anything because a broken man has the money. Got one. For it, right? And I want to say this. People, if y'all want to create bars around your name, that could, as we mentioned, I feel like the perfect person who did it, even though he did have like a drama, it's where he created drama in the barrier community. But let's be, I want to give props since Amin is back. We also want to give props to Amin, right? Even we're gonna take off the John situation out of this, right? Right. But I feel like how Amin handled himself, like on his like creating bars around his name, right? Is somewhat Stumbles needs to take a note of. Like, let's say, for example, whenever I think Amin created bars around his name for going after every battle, he went on thousands of interviews, right? That's where people be like, yo, he was an interview man because he went on thousands of interviews. He talked about battle rap. Normally, he didn't even talk about if he won or lost. He just went there just to talk about battle rap, period. And from him going there, he even created the phrase with him and Champion. Whenever he comes on Champion, he calls sweatpants. Of like him and Jay Black were joking together, but the way he did that, what happened? Right, it created a buzz around his name. Right? Am I lying?
Nah.
Right? It
Yeah,
created a
that's
buzz.
just crazy.
Yeah, it created a buzz around his name. When he created a buzz around his name, we wanted. Some people wanted to see him battles. Right? Some people wanted to see his battles. Even though sometimes he gave us lackluster battle, but we still wanted to see because of how he handled himself. Of like, yo, the only time we feel like he didn't handle himself correctly, or it was more of like a stand, was when he, you know, him and Johnson had a situation. Even though I feel like Johnson was on the fault on that one, that's here on there. That's all news, right? But we can all agree that that's what most newcomers need to go on interview, do an interview, but don't be always like trying to create drama. You first started creating drama in like was it January, February sometime. You created drama with the Royal Rumble. Now you created more drama saying you didn't get paid. At this point, your reputation over here, you like to start up stuff. You want to be a drama as attention. You and Averb are like people who create drama for no reason. You don't have to create drama, but I guess I'm weird for that. All right. Yeah. So now let's talk about, we always make fun of this league. I think you know what league we always make fun of. And I've still got an issue with them, but you know what? I want
It's
to
a
give them
little
props.
old
I want to give them
RBE.
props now. They gave us the card a week before, but it's still stupid. But you gave us a, so shout out to RBE, right?
Mm.
They finally have a card. Well, they always have a card, but sometimes we find out last minute. So they have a week this weekend. They're having, I think it's called straight to week three. I never saw one or two, so I don't know which was it. So I'm about to name the battles, and it's in Atlanta. Wait a minute. Okay, so
Oh, they about to get busy in Atlanta. If Cassidy or Hitman is on this card, then I mean,
bro, there's no way. If Cassidy or him was on this week, it'll be a real known about it for months.
that is true. That is true.
This is
Yeah,
this is where I have a problem with it because they said, all right, there's limited free admission, so everybody can get in, but it's limited, right? So let's get into it because I have issues with this, right? So the headline, the main event is 40 car versus BK, right? Okay.
rest in peace to his daughter too. 40 Cal, and nobody talked about it in the whole battle rap community, but that was crazy. That was crazy that all that shit that happened.
All right, to, if- to be honest, I didn't know that, so I don't know.
Yeah, that shit's crazy. If you check his Instagram, like the last thing that he posted was that. Well, that was months ago, but yeah, that shit was crazy.
All right. Reed Dot the common event is Reed Dallas versus versus A Ward. All right.
Didn't he quit? Didn't he retire? The rappers be capping, bro.
Who
That nigga
retired?
retired like yesterday.
Who?
Reed, fuck
But
is he rapping for?
Reed has like two more battles. I
Yo,
think he
he
retired
said,
from.
bro, I swear he said he retired, and his wife spoke out, and mad people congratulated him, talking about, yeah, man, retired. Like he retired. Like what happened?
uh Rosenberg Roll versus Chef Trash. Mac Marin versus Ines. O'Ray versus Active. Redeem Loco versus XL. Moon versus Brooklyn Hands. Guidi versus Craig Lamar. And the rest I don't give a damn about.
One thing before you go on about this card, because I really don't have no opinions about this card. Other than Reed should have retired, and Chef Trez, yo, ever since he left URL, he has been just battling anybody. like like if you look at his battle list from like who he battled, it's crazy. Like Chef Trez was battling like Chess and like Ev and like niggas. Who does he bat? Like he battles anybody now. But anyway,
Uh, all right. So, all right, let's talk about. All right, what I was about to say. Okay. Um. All right, the card is. I don't know. Y'all want me to say what I feel about the card, or should I just hold my tongue? Should I hold my tongue? You're mute.
bro, get your yeah, you might as well just get your shit off. Because honestly,
All right.
we ain't got shit to talk about.
All
Ain't
right.
shit happen.
All right. All right. First of all, the main event throws me off. Personally, I feel like I should shoot the common event and the main event. Period. Don't care.
Yeah, nobody needs like. All right, we can call a main event, but like, yo, y'all egos is not that big to be co-main events. Like, stop it.
Yeah. So I feel like one for the car BK. Uh, yeah, it's gonna
Shouldn't
be a
even
good.
be a main event anyway.
Yeah, yeah. I understand for the car does a lot for RBE, but he doesn't need to be a main event, right? I feel like the main event of this card is Reed Dollars and A Ward. Personally, that's what I feel like. But I'm just glad A Ward got a name. That's one thing I'm glad about. Even though
He
it's
always
Reed
gets
Dollars.
names. It's just not on URL.
Yeah,
It's just not on the big league, but he gets names. Nigga
yeah.
battle Charlie Clips and
No, no, no. I'm saying this year, not like every. not like
Oh, this year? Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah. He hasn't battled anybody this year
yeah.
for
So
that.
I'm just saying
You
he
know.
finally got somebody that people can say, okay, that's a name, right? Even
Hmm.
though it's $3, it's a name, right? That's one thing. The other thing, why are you telling us this card a week before the card? Like, why are you telling us the week before the
Dude,
card?
I don't know. ARP and them, I don't know what they doing because they're
No,
announcing cars. They're recording the card and having the event happen, announce it after, and then I think posted it to YouTube, or they posted it to YouTube, then announced it. I was like, what is happening? Like, what is RB?
right?
I don't
I
know,
don't know.
bro.
I think this year maybe
I
I
don't know
wanted
what's
to
going
say
on.
this, but I feel like y'all did last year when y'all did those two big cards when Yemen and versus when Heman and Calico battled and Heman and Cassidy battled, right? Y'all lost the money.
Yeah, Hitman is taking a lot of money from y'all because, and you could tell because they're just not even. It's like RBE is non-existent, and it's like, dog,
Yeah,
it's
like
7 months. Like, what
y'all
happened?
just putting out people who, except for like A-Wood battles any way he wants. He doesn't care. He just goes wherever he thinks he wants to go. That's the only person I know that he's gonna not ask you a big bag. He's gonna just ask you for a good opponent he can go against. That's one thing A-Wood is like, yo, give me a good opponent I can go against, and I'll battle. That's what A-Wood does. And A-Wood, and I feel like A-Wood doesn't give a damn about betting on RBE because he takes battles a week before he battles on RBE. A-Wood is like weird like that. That's him. Plus, I feel like you guys are now. I used to call you guys in the top three of like leagues, right?
I
You're not,
don't. Yeah, I don't know if they're still there.
you're not relegated to like the bottom. You're like top. You might be in the with the other leagues. You're not in the conversations. Not only top two, even though King of that doesn't do much events now since COVID, but you're not in the other two categories. The other leagues, like except there's like there's top tier in battle leagues is King of the Dot and URL. You guys were in like similar. You were in like top tier. Your low top tier league, right? Then the middle tier is like bullpen, the riot. Uh, what other league do we respect? That brings out good battles. Get to the Guardian, you know. Then there's other leagues, that the leagues that people we don't care about, but they're there, right? Like the other leagues, right? RBE, you were on the top, you skipped a beat and went to the other leagues. Nobody cares about y'all no more. I don't think y'all do that many views no more. That's crazy because now you're getting surpassed. Even though Riot didn't, I don't think the Riot did an event this whole year, and I feel like when the Riot decide to do an event, whoa, crazy part. Another thing, y'all got surpassed by Chrome 23. Chrome 23 is not in my top three, top four because we're gonna put Queen of the Ring up there. We're gonna put Chrome 23 in the top tier leagues, right? That's crazy. How Chrome 23 is a new league and is already surpassed y'all on how they take care of their business, how they promote their battles, how they take care of their business. That's crazy. That means somebody who works at RBE is not business minded. They
Well,
don't know how.
hold on. That wait, that's connections. That's connections and money.
Yeah,
RB is
no,
definitely
I'm not
burned out of
saying.
money.
I'm not
You can
saying
tell.
about the. I'm not saying about them like bringing better. I'm just saying promotion of their cards.
Well, it's headed by Remy Ma.
Yes, but I'm saying, like, for example, like the cards that didn't have big names, like the card that happened the day before like the last,
Yeah, even that got promoted, but it's like I
that
think it's
yeah,
because it's
we
Remy
knew
and
about
she got
that in
money.
advance. We didn't know about, like, we knew about that, like, not like RBE. We didn't know that like a week. We knew about that for like what, 2 3 weeks. All
Yeah,
right. Oh
yeah,
yeah, they have a card the day before. It's like a whole weekend of Com 23. They have a card where up and coming film artists can go and battle one rounders. We knew about that the day
but that's
before.
that's still like that's still money. That's still I don't know. I think it's just different when it because she Remy is Remy, so of course that has whatever that brings, and then she has money. She has a lot of money, so
Yeah,
it's like they could slide. Yo, just hold this, promote that.
this is
Like
where I'm saying
it's different.
RBE is in the other leagues, because I'm gonna announce a card that's also has connections, and I feel like RBE did one thing wrong, right, in their creation of trying to rival uh with the URL, right? Trying to
Yeah,
be like,
they fucked up at this point.
and when they did that, it messed up the whole thing, because I feel like they should have did like what other leagues do, is of like, you get help from your, not help but connections from URL, right? I
Yeah,
don't know. You get a connection from URL, right? For
well,
example,
RBE is basically URL scraps at this point.
yeah, because this is what happens when things happen, like when you just don't do shit. Because I just announced the card, right? And me and you were not excited about the card at all, right? Even I'm on part going to be excited for one battle. That's the. Oh yeah, you said something about Chef Troyes. I wanted to bring that. I think it was a year ago or something. He said he's no longer really focusing on battle rap like that.
Yeah,
Of
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah. I know that. But ever since he left URL, he's
yeah, he said
battled like look at
he's
who he was
like,
before he left, and then who he's battling now. Like
yeah,
he comes back occasionally, but just look at who he battles.
yeah.
It's
All
interesting.
right. So now let's talk about the other card that's there. This battle league, I think I think they do events throughout the year, but their biggest event is always when Gnome happens. They do an event before Gnome called Home, right?
Who the fuck is this?
It's home. Listen, let me explain it. It's home because it's like it started when Yara started going to Houston you know for Gnome Summer Madness. Well, for Gnome basically, right? So it's Houston Barcode. It's a league in Houston, and they do an event before Gnome, the day before Gnome, where they get URL to help. Like, let's say people didn't make it to Gnome, right? If you didn't, let's say you didn't make it to Gnome, you get to go to Home, right? And what happens is they put you against the names they go against from people from Houston or people who better at that league. So this is where I say RBE is one, don't do their promotion, because we know about their card way in advance. And the funny part, I'm more excited about that card than I'm excited for RBE card. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Because okay, the main event, right? Even though I don't know who this person, but the main event is DNA versus Tubbs. The co-main event is Scotty versus Reed Dollars, right?
Scotty still battles.
Yeah, but he's more of like a once in a blue moon thing.
And what's up with Reed just being the co-main event? He missed the co-main event right now. What's going on?
Then the other battle is God Mode versus Shooter. I don't know who that is. Then the other battles are 4K Us and Siri versus Marvon and Quest. I feel like they messed. Oh, Shuni the rapper. I feel like that's it because y'all say Shuni Raw and there's a picture of Shuni the rapper, so I think that's Shuni the rapper, right? Then Clean Paper or Kitchen Clean and McMarin versus Bonnie and J2. J2. I don't, man, J2. You know what? I'll be quiet. I'll be quiet. J Black, not J Black, the from Champion. And there's a better named J Black
I was about to say because Jay Black got busy last time he was on the stage, yo.
versus Jake Boyman, uh, Capo Bravo versus Truffaut, Armsy versus that's crazy. That's the bottom of the card. Hornsey versus Jaden Irving, Status G versus Saint. Right. All right. You know what? I would say pretty. This card is more promoting than RBE. That's crazy. And this card happens the day before Gnome, right? It's hosted by URL. Yeah, URL is gonna host, but it's more. Houston Barcode presents home for Houston own main events, right? So most of the like the big names are gonna get against people from Houston, except for Jaden Irving is not from Houston, so I'm confused about that, right? But the other thing is, right?
That does sound like an okay card. It's an okay card. I'm not.
Yeah, it's not a thing, but it's an okay card. It's one thing is I'm saying is better than RBE. That's one thing. That's the main point. The main point was like, how is this card where this league is supposed to be under RBE, but their card is better than RBE, right?
Because RBE spent all their money giving it to Cassidy and Hitman.
But the other thing is the what I was gonna say is like I feel like right now, what I was about to say, I just lost my thought. I really I was gonna say something crazy. Something. Oh yeah, I was gonna talk about J2, man. My man J2, you put him with Bonnie. Man, J2, you're a man, man. I understand you, you call yourself the soldier boy of gay, or men gay people, man. But come on, man. You didn't have to partner with the female to go against freaking McMaron and Clean Paper. You could have chose a guy. But all right. Now let's talk about some, there's some few things. Oh wait. I just found let's whoa. We need to see this crazy. Hold on. All right, I'm about you know sometimes when you don't have things that is happening, you gotta you know you gotta have some thoughts, right? You gotta let's see. Can somebody tell me who's fighting on this card real quick? Because I need to find out. I might pay for it.
I pay for it.
I might, All right. I just found out. I don't know why people do this, but all right. So, there's something called social gloves. I think it's where, content creators or people who don't, content creators who really don't, it's something that started, I think, was it last year or 2 years ago?
I think it was last year.
All
It's
right.
like, no, I don't know what that is. I have no idea what that is.
All right. So it started last year. It was like YouTube versus TikTok or,
Oh, that. Oh, yeah. That was last
so,
year.
yeah.
DDG
Now,
knocked out what else? Well, he didn't knock him out, but DDG
but he
whooped his
beat he
ass.
beat him up, right?
He
So
beat
now
his
it's
ass.
coming back, right? This year. Oh, right.
Oh, you about to answer, Leslie?
No, I'm not answering. I just found that out right now while we were on the podcast. So the main
That would be
event
hilarious.
is Austin McBroom is gonna go against the guy who got knocked out, or Asen Khabib or Gibby. I don't know who this good guy is. All right, so
Isn't McBroom the one that got knocked out last year?
no, he's the one who won. He knocked
He's the
out
one
the,
who won. Okay.
yeah. I think so. Yeah, yeah. He's the one who won the main event. Yeah, he was the main event last year or 2 years ago, and he knocked out the guy and put like the guy was falling and he just moved away of, like, you know how when you're falling on somebody
Yeah.
and you're trying to act like you're not knocked out, and he just pushed him down, and people say, yo, he pushed him. I was like, bro, he didn't push him down. That man was halfway asleep. You want him to catch him, then the ref is not gonna call the fight. He wanted the fight to be over because he knew that he knocked him out.
That's yo. That
Then
was
the
the
same
worst boxing event
KSI
ever.
versus Alex Wasabi is like the common event. I think that's where DDG and wait, what?
Why say have blue
Whoa, whoa,
face?
whoa, 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 whoa. It just announced. They say the DDG fight is gonna announce. What? I thought DDG was fighting PNB Rock.
DDG was fighting PNB Rock.
Yeah, but I'm hearing KSI is saying that the DDG fight got canceled. What?
That is hilarious, yo. I would love to see PNB Rock fight because he every time we see him or anything about a fight, he's getting his ass whipped.
Then I heard that the other thing was Blueface is also fighting on that card.
Of
I,
course he is.
my man
He
Blue,
whooped that TikTok nigga ass. The white boy that keeps stealing everybody content, he whipped his ass.
who got
Uh,
who whipped his ass?
Blueface whipped that white boy ass. He kept stealing everybody jokes and shit on TikTok, like literally scene for scene, like camera angle, everything.
Oh man, yo, I KSI is the
Blueface pulled
funniest
up on
person.
you.
All right, KSI, I'm just people. Let me explain this. We don't have anything to talk about, so when I'm looking here, we just gonna talk about stuff, right?
Nah, this shit is crazy. We're really talking about fucking Blueface and PB Rock boxing. That is hilarious.
Can somebody tell me, is this DDG versus PNB Rock cancer for real?
Please
Because
don't be. I want to see PNB Rock fight. I feel like
please,
he
because they
won. I feel like
announced
he's
it
gonna get
and it
his
was
ass whooped.
crazy. DDG even announced it.
Nah, nah, I didn't see that, bro. That's
He announced it.
hilarious.
I think he announced it on YouTube. He's saying that that like more like he said I'm boxing again.
Nah,
Oh no! The reason behind is unknown as the no, 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 no! Y'all didn't do that. Please, please, breaking news. Yeah, whoa, 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 wait. As announced that wait, man, no, 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 no. It didn't get canceled, man. It actually didn't get canceled. I'm not accepting that because I was really one. Well, I'm just like, I don't know, but all right, well, I'll find out later. But people were, we just having fun now. But the other thing, while we were talking about random stuff that we wanted to talk about. Did you find out listen to? Or did you listen to? You don't listen. Do you listen to Lil Durk at all? Oh no,
who?
Lil Durk.
Oh no, no, no,
Man,
no.
I feel like you need. I listened to his last album, and now I listened to the deluxe album. Right?
He did put 13 more songs on that. That's crazy.
Oh no,
That's not a deluxe. That nigga just he put everything on there.
more. No, at the 13 new songs, right? It's more of like the songs that made like he had one of the songs is a diss track to 6ix9ine. That was crazy. Like one of the songs was a diss track to, even though it didn't say a diss track, but you they're like if you listen to the content of the song, you'd be like, oh yeah, yeah, I get it. Because it was so funny. He said he mentioned everything that people were talking about, right? You know, people were saying that you didn't stifle Ron, blah blah. We ain't gonna speak about it, but hey, but uh, that them songs were fire though. I like the new songs, even though I like the like the whole album, but I like the yeah. No, we man, this nigga, bro. Why? Sometimes I hate boxing. You know that
Yes, yes.
because
Boxing
there
is
were people we know they have no chance to win. Because I'm literally looking at the story right now. They say the WBA orders Mitchell something Ali for mandatory for next. Bro, one thing we know it would happen. Number one, Tank is gonna beat that man. Two, that nigga just called him. He calls himself Ali because he looked like Ali when Ali was younger. And I feel like he needs to get beat up for saying calling himself Ali because there's already a person who's in Ali's family in boxing. But all right, but yeah, man. But this is Oh, there's other thing. Oh, did you? But I don't know, man. This was a slow week, but we wanted, you know, but
yeah,
we
it's a slow week. It's been pretty ass,
yeah,
but of
but
course we're gonna still deliver. Consistency.
yeah, we're still gonna deliver with you guys, even though this is like less than an hour or so. But yeah, we delivered you with a nice episode. But we're gonna talk about it later. Well, I think next week we're gonna do our perfect predictions of Gnome, even though we did it briefly. Hopefully, we can find out if there's a surprise battle. Hopefully, somebody spilled the beans of the surprise battle, right?
I think the surprise barrel, it gotta be a big name. It can't be no shit that we don't care about.
Yeah, but
And
I don't
why they
know.
make it as such a surprise? But I don't know. I think it's really a big battle.
All right, yeah, but so I want to say, thank you guys for the support, for showing us love. So and you see, your love got us to be now noticed by YouTube and now get paid from it. So we want to say thank you. Follow us on social media. It's literally down at the bottom. Nick215 on IG, at the real leskuzzy,
I
at the real
mean,
underscore leskuzzy on Instagram too. Sure, and give us suggestions. Whatever you want us to talk about next,
for
better
sure,
rap,
for sure.
we'll do it. But until next week, peace.
Deuces.
Doom, doom, doom.